Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, you're listening to World Combat Sports. It's fight night. I decided to do a late one, right? Thomas DULORME, Jamal James, and then on the main event for mixed martial arts on the UFC side will be Derrick Lewis and Alexey OLEINIK. So, of course, the main event is on deck for Fox. That's what I've been waiting on. I've been waiting for Fox to get back on deck. Shout out to H Money, Mr. The Zone. Be sure to subscribe to his channel. Salute to you. What is good? Hopefully everything is rocking the right way over there, man. You know, always support. I had to extract some of the wrenches from your people. Because wrenches are supposed to be allies. They supposed to be up here making sure, they looking out for trolls. They not supposed to be the trolls. You know what I'm saying? So I had to do some cleanup work, some sanitation. You know what I mean? Man, come on now. Hopefully everybody's doing great though. You definitely know what it is tonight. The late one. I didn't even create a thumbnail. I didn't even bless y'all with a thumbnail for this one. I've been busy doing some stuff today. But shout out to everyone that's in the live chat. H Money said Derrick Lewis for the knockout. I don't know, man. OLEINIK, he's a tough dude. He has some crazy submissions. He has a huge number of submissions. Different types of submissions to include the Ezekiel choke, which you don't even see most of the time. He even have an inverted arm bar. The dude is a specialist. But the good thing about Derrick Lewis, even though he's considered a power puncher, a striker, he doesn't get submitted like that. Most of Derrick Lewis' loss is from punches. He's been in there with Mark Hunt, Junior Dos Santos. He's been in there with Daniel Cormier. When he's been stopped, it's been via punches most of the time. But he just doesn't go in there and really get submitted like that. He's a big guy. I know early in his career, a couple of years ago, he had some back issues that he was trying to take care of. So he had to work around the back issues. And his training was okay, but it wasn't like max effort. Chris Weidman is shaky. I like Chris Weidman. He's one of the only fighters to drape himself in the red, white, and blue, the nation's colors. I mean, I like Chris Weidman, man. He's been in some fights where I thought he should have won, and he lost. I'm just being honest. Like, I don't know which Chris Weidman is going to show up, to be honest. I couldn't tell you. He said the PBC card is garbage. It was light. It was extra light. Styrofoam light. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit was super, super duper, duper light. Man, hold up, man. Hold up. What you talking about, man? Hold up, shawty. Yeah, okay, here we go. They getting ready to do this walkout. I like how they putting, the virtual crowd noise out there to make it seem a little bit interesting. But, it's still what it is. We're still waiting for the heavy hitters to come, come into the ring in September. That's what we're really looking forward to. Not to take anything away from Jamal James and Thomas DERRICK. This fight might be absolutely an inferno. We don't know that, but we'll just get around to seeing it. You know what I'm saying? We can just hope that it's something special tonight. Yeah, the UFC. I'm looking at that on ESPN Plus. Right now, they just have Konaskaya in there. You know, it's okay. A lot of clinching. Whenever the females fight, sometimes, not all of them. You know, it's a 3-round fight. What I like about what the UFC has done with the females, right, has equaled them and mirrored them up to the males. So the males fight 3-minute, 5-minute round. I mean, 3 rounds, 5 minutes apiece. So does the females. You know what I'm saying? Championship fights, 5 rounds, 5 minutes apiece. You know, they pretty much do the same thing that the males do. I like that. The only thing that's different is for the females, their division go from strawweight up to featherweight. And the featherweight division is pretty much an empty closet. It's almost like some of the businesses here during the pandemic. It's empty. And then you have the male side of the house that goes from flyweight all the way up to heavyweight. You know? I don't know why boxing cannot get on board with that. You can get on board with that, man. Shout out to everybody that's jumping in the live chat. Man, we have Jamal James and Thomas DERRICK. And this is going to conclude the fight card tonight. Yeah, it's a light one, but it comes with the territory. You know, that's all I can say about that. It comes with the territory. Every fight card cannot, you know, give you everything that you look for, but we can just take what we get. Thomas DERRICK always had the same look on his face. Every time when I saw him in person, I knew that was DERRICK. When I saw him at the MGM Grand, I knew it was DERRICK. He was just too busy, man. They was talking to him. I think I snapped a shot of him when he was in the crowd or whatever. I did. I got a picture of him. And I wanted to put it up for a thumbnail, but I couldn't get around to it, man. Cool cat, though. You know, good conversation, approachable, you know, stuff like that. He had a lot of people talking to him right now. So from what I'm looking at, Jamal James is the one with the 1 defeat. 26-1, 12 knockouts. Nickname Shango. Let's see what he's talking about. See what you're talking about, Shouty. Even though the DERRICK has 3 losses, man, I have to go with Thomas DERRICK. You know, I have to stick with, you know, who's been in there with the competition, the better competition. I just think Thomas DERRICK, man. Even though he has 3 losses, I got to go with DERRICK. But Jamal James, this is what it's about. You know what I'm saying? DERRICK is an underdog. He's plus 150. James is negative 200. So let's see. I don't know too much about Jamal James. Let's see what he working with. He got a little height and range on him. You know, to start the fight. Very tall, lanky fighter. Just a filling out process to start the fight. Touch, jab, sent, down range by DERRICK. Jamal's just, you know, finding, you know, with his range finder out there. DERRICK try to shoot to the bread basket. Nothing heavy, though. Nothing heavy. Just shooting a jab. Put some angles in there. Okay. James fire off to the body. DERRICK returns the favor. Light exchanges by both fighters. DERRICK a body shot. right up top for DULORME, nice and crisp. Okay, nice solid 1-2 by James. All right, I see you. 1-1-2 by DULORME. Both fighters are starting off their jab, what I like. You know, sticking to the fundamentals to kick this fight off. You know, sending the jab, stand behind the stick, you know, making it work. Okay, overhand right, the first power shot thrown by DULORME. Missed badly. You know, Stephen Wonder, you know, with or without his glass, could have seen that coming. H say, I think DULORME is too much of a dog for James. Yeah, I'm going for DULORME, man. They cooking in the first round though. They starting to get right. You know, it's not real heavy yet, but they starting to cook. 2 to the body for James. DULORME's right there in the pocket. Hands up. He's applying the pressure right now. Just a little bit. You know, he has James, you know, boxing off the back foot just a bit. Still good distance between these fighters. Active jabs between the two. You know, I like the feints. I like the feints by James. Throw some different in there. Don't give him the same look all the time. Nice solid feints. Nice right hand to the body by DULORME. Nice stiff, straight right to the body. You know, light round. But I'll tell you what, that second round need to be much more, you know, temperature than that. We need to turn up the burners a little bit. This is the main event. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let me see if the fight over. Yeah, the fight over. So I'm waiting on the next fight for the UFC. In the meanwhile, we're in between. We're about to step into the second round of James versus DULORME. PBC edition. So far the fight hasn't been boring, but also it hasn't presented any type of 4th of July activity. So we're waiting on the 4th of July. We're waiting for the sparks. You know, the bangs, explosions, you know, some fiery exchanges, anything to get us perked up a little bit for this fight. James, a taller fighter, sticking the jab out there, you know, keeping the distraction out there, using his range very well. DULORME, chin tucked. You know, I like the head feints he's giving James. I like the head feints he's giving him. Feint with the touch jab as he work his way in, you know, to try to land his power shot. Okay, try to come with the counter left hook there. DULORME picking it up, man. That's what I'm talking about. Nice four punch exchange by DULORME. Solid. Oh, nice overhand right by James. I like that on the inside for the taller fighter. He shortened it up, turned the corner with it. Nice, solid, crisp right hook to the head of DULORME. I like that. He wasn't wild or anything. He got to get off those ropes. DULORME goes to work on the ropes. James ties him up. They separate. DULORME is getting in there with some nice solids to the midsection. Nice solid punches to the midsection. I think those are going to pay dividends for the taller fighter. I'm not sure, you know. Yeah, nice crisp. Send it. That 1-2 down the middle by James. I like it, man. It has some sting to it. Even though it didn't land with extensive power with 100% impact ratio, it came in there with authority. DULORME is turning it up. He just need to close in. Look, DULORME just need to get in closer a little bit before he unleashed those shots he's throwing. He's too outside the firing line for him to throw those punches and for them to make sure they hit the target. Just get in a little bit close before you send them shots. Nice left to the body. DULORME is very active. He's giving him present pressure right now. He's giving James present pressure. He's making James box off the back foot, almost like Sergey Lipinets was doing Mikey Garcia. Oh, nice shot up top. Bob the head back of James. Now some solid uppercuts. DULORME is unleashing nice exchange, solid exchange, man. And that's how you close out a round. Thomas DULORME, that is how you close out a round. He gave him some punishing uppercuts, some right lefts, and therefore he definitely probably won that round. We have Stewart. It's a good fight going on in UFC. I ain't gonna lie. Lennox Lewis, Joe Goosen, Brian Kenny. The voices behind the mic. Stewart remind me of what was the Dutch fighter? Stewart is pressuring big time. Patilio. Okay, third round. Oh, nice 1-2 up top by James. That's one of the best shots of the night. He made DULORME wake up with that. DULORME comes back with a 1-2 on the inside. The fighters have closed distance the way they should. That's what we're talking about. I get turned up when they get turned up. I'm not going to give you my energy. When you're in the elevator. James got some sting to his punches. When he get off, got some pretty good defense to be a tall fighter. Making sure he keeps his hands up when he fires off. And defense, he goes into a defensive shell. Nice defense. See how he slipped both of those punches? Now he's coming back on the inside with DULORME. I like what I'm saying. DULORME is still staying consistent, though. He's staying consistent with walking him down. But I like what James is doing, keeping the visual active. He sees what's coming, and he's shooting that 1-2 down the middle when he have to. Nice hook to the body. He's the taller fighter, so use your range accordingly. He's punching through the guard of DULORME. Nice overhand right on the side of the temple of DULORME. This is a crucial pace right here. I'm not sure how long James, what his cardio is like. But DULORME is keeping up the pace. His foot on the gas, man. Hooks to the body. Sending the right to the sternum. Look at that left hook to the body. Nice. Good defense by DULORME. He's taking some heat. DULORME is taking some heat right now. James is in his pocket, in his space, and he's landing some solid shots, scoring effectively. Then he steps off the ref break and sends another hook to the body. He is really having an effective round. James is pulling away in this round, and he's really sending some shots to make DULORME think about even coming down with those hands, breaking his defense. So what I think DULORME was doing was just allow him to punch himself out a little bit, see what he has. and then try to land some shots of his own, man. But that was a good flurry by Jamal James. But what is cardio like is the big question. Dane Stewart just knocked out, finished the fight early. I think that was a James round right there. Chain TC, what's good? What's good? What's good? Who you got winning the fight, H Money? Chain TC, who you got winning the fight, man? Talk to me. Who y'all got winning the fight so far? Like what I'm saying from James, man. The way he's sticking the jab out there and then coming around the guard with that hook. Quick returns on the two. Like what I'm saying, quick returns on the inside. He got some long arms too, but he has worked tremendously on shortening up his punches on the inside so they're not looping punches. Because for a tall fighter, that's a lot of slack to take out. So I like how he's shortening up his punches on the inside and send them straight to the target instead of just winding back and then fire them, to the side of the head. He's going straight through the guard of DULORME. Let's see how this fourth round look for both fighters. Overhand right miss for DULORME. Good movement, James is still boxing off the back foot, but he's looking solid, though. He's seeing everything. He might need to get those hands up, but really he might not feel that he's threatened right now by any punches by DULORME. He's been able to slip them fairly well. So he seems like he has a visual on everything DULORME is throwing at him at the time. Nice left to the body for James. Look how James is turning the corner. I like how James is turning the corner, man. DULORME is pressuring. He allows him to pressure, and then James take control when he feels it's time for him to take control. Minute 35 in the fight. He slipped both that left and right hand by DULORME. Very smooth, very attentive. I like what I'm seeing for the defense from the taller fighter, James. Solid fight so far. It's picking up. I like what I'm seeing from these fighters. It's picking up. James can box. I'm not going to lie. A nice right hand to the sternum by DULORME. Both fighters are fighting orthodox. DULORME has not stopped to slow down. He presses when he chooses, but most of the rounds he is pressing the fight. He just needs to make sure he scores when he's in within range. But the good thing about it, he does have Jamal James backing up and boxing and trying to find the counter shots. Boxing off the back foot. That takes a lot out of a fighter if they're not in shape. So we'll see. We'll see. What's good, JC? How you feel? You might find You might find yourself just a little light today, man. I had to extract the wrench, man. Wrench is supposed to be allies, people that assist one another, not sitting up here acting like you the enemy, like you the op. Come on, man. But shout out to H Money, Mr. Zone in the building, JC, Chain TC. You know, everybody else is in the building. This is boxing and MMA. And let me see what's on ESPN right now exactly. Okay, they're just having a post-fight interview. That was a short fight. Yeah, but those using the live chat, man, appreciate it. You know, this was the last minute for me. So we're in the 5th round, man. Thomas DULORME, Jamal James. DULORME come out pressuring, as always, closing the distance. I like it. Head down, comes in, get close enough, land that hook to the body. Jamal James is still comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Man, doubling up on the uppercut is DULORME. James still working hard behind the jab, man. Very active on the bezel. I like the timing of James. When he has to counter with DULORME, he's pretty punctual with it, man. He lands the shots that he needs. He's not really getting bullied on the inside. Neither fighter is getting bullied on the inside. It's pretty equal, 50-50. DULORME is relentless, man. Nice left. Way to slip that right hand. Reset. That left hook for James. Sting. Got that funk on it. I'm not any just trying to see the other side. Nothing personal. Man, every time you came over here, JC, you was just like acting like you was the op. I'm like, man, how could that be, man? I support H Money. You know, H Money doing his thing. I ain't trying to see that man fall. You know what I'm saying? He doing what he do. Hey, y'all get on my live and act like shit. Like I was up there trying to steal his live chats. I'm like, dang. It's supposed to be wrench gang, gang, gang. Not gang, gang towards the host. Wrench is supposed to be allies, man. Supposed to lock down the live chat, let them know what's popping. Oh, nice overhand right by DULORME. It barely grazed the left side of the jawline of Jamal James. That just complements his defense for a taller fighter, man. This guy has good defense. James got to keep sticking and moving. I agree. He's ahead in the fight right now. See how James just stepped in? He didn't even line that up. Look, he didn't even line that right hand up. He sent it, he missed it, and then he was able to slip the counter shot by DULORME. Smart boxing. Smart boxing. He didn't miss. Stay there and see can he get that left hand up. He missed, slipped the dang right hand, and then moved back and reset. That's good shit. Everybody in the building, you know, hit that thumbs up button for World Combat Sports, man. Let me know you're in the building and support. That's all I need, man. I need to know the soldiers are out there. All right, JC, man, you know, I got mad respect for what you do, man. You know, you stay consistent. You know, there go your wrench. That's a brand new one. That's an upgraded edition. Hey, we're headed to, what my understanding, they talking about Sean Porter facing this next opponent. Notable welterweights. You know what's crazy about how Fox come on here and say that Errol Spence is considerably the top welterweight, but yet Terrence Crawford is above him on every pound for pound list. It's not too many people that have Errol Spence above Terrence Crawford on the pound for pound list. But I know that's what Fox do. Fox will get on here and say Errol Spence, they support the fighter that signed to them. Okay, I get it. Okay, DULORME coming on pretty strong in the 6th frame. Then James hurry up and return the 2-punch combination of his own. The fighters are getting heavy inside, standing in the pocket. They sending that firepower down range. I like it. It's a good scrap on the inside. 6th round, approaching 2 minutes and 15 seconds. DULORME has picked up the tempo once again. Man, he doubled up on that left hook. I like what I seen right there. And look at James return that short, crisp right hook, turn the corner with it. DULORME hit him with 2 damn uppercuts, man. His left hand was firing off like a jackhammer. And very, very impressive. Very fully automatic with that left hand. Fully automatic. That's almost what I seen down there with Chris Eubanks, you know, threw that right uppercut like 6 or 7 times back to back and had his sparring partner head bouncing up, you know, like he was a bobblehead, man. I just wish I would have had that shit on video, but I couldn't record that particular sparring session. But that's the first time I ever seen some shit like that. Jamal James might be tiring a little bit or taking the round off. His mouth is open. DULORME is looking like the stronger fighter. But James' mouth is open, man. Stick the right to the body. I'm not sure if James is breaking down, but DULORME is basically on the gas. He is on the gas, no doubt about it. Ooh, step in right hand by DULORME. Oh, man, nice. 8-punch combination. DULORME's hurt. DULORME's hurt. He's taking unanswered 12, 13, 14 punches. He's hurt. He got his guard up. He's standing, but he's hurt. He's trying to get the cobwebs out. You know what I'm saying? He comes back and dig to the body, take the shovels out. DULORME hidden behind the head. DULORME's hidden behind the head. That's all. You know what? That's all from the punches that he was taking right there. He took like 14 punches, man. And he had to stand there, high guard, and try to get his wits back about him. Jamal comes back, man, double up on the left hand, then swing with the right cross. Round for James, easy. He started it off slow, ended it real nice. He had DULORME doing the mannequin challenge up there, y'all. Real talk. He had DULORME doing the mannequin challenge. He couldn't move. The punches was coming too fast, man. He couldn't even move. The fight's already away from DULORME, but it's only heading into the seventh round, so we have to see what the that's 2 shots to the back of the head. And I know why DULORME did it, because he's holding his hand. He locked him up. And that's what you're supposed to do. When a fighter, you know, restrains one of your arms, period, one of your limbs, you punch with the free hand. They teach you that in sparring anyway. Win the 7th of a 12-round fight. Interim WBA World Welterweight title. This is another fight, you know, that you're going to see. You're going to have a whole list of people sitting up underneath the WBA. You know what I'm saying? We got Manny Pacquiao. We got Virgil Ortiz. We're about to have James of DULORME. Man, we're going to have so many people. WBA just putting titles out there like it's a food line. Let's see if we can gain momentum early. Okay. James moving around. He stepped in with that right. Look how quick he recovered, man. This dude can box. James can box, man. He missed the right hand and still pivot back in position. Woo! You see that? You see that? You see him line him up with that right hand, man, and then step back and reset. Man, all in one motion, no hesitation. He touched him with it, and then he was back, reset, no problem. Nice. Dude can box, man. I like what I'm saying from James. He gonna win this fight. If he don't get knocked out, he gonna win this fight. Yeah, he ain't hurt him yet. I think DULORME is a little bit on the posturepedic side too. You know, his punches haven't really hurt nobody, but he still had DULORME. He stiffed him, man. He had him playing scarecrow for a minute, man. He was just standing in one spot, taking punches. That was like 14 punches, man. Oh, nice right hand up top lands for James. DULORME walked into that. Easy. DULORME walked into that. And one thing I can say about DULORME, he's not just standing around trying to give this fight away. He's trying, but James, in my opinion, is the better boxer at range. He's the better boxer. Look how he missed those two punches and then came with the right hand. Dude has good balance. Woo, he sent that right hand. He sent that right hand a third time off a chin of DULORME. DULORME needs some defense, man. He's just watching too much. He's trying to counter, and he's getting touched up. As much as I would like to say it's a close fight, I would be lying. Because it is. It isn't. Let me see who's next over here. Oh, they're still in between fights. Commercials. They giving Thomas DULORME the business in this corner. So you giving this guys a chance, man? You ain't trying. Shit. I don't know. We're in the 8th round, man. I don't know. We're in the 8th round. I think he might be all right, man. I think James might be all right, to be honest. I thought his mouth was open and he was, you know, trying to catch a second win early in the fight. But it seems like he recovered pretty good. So they gave DULORME a thrashing in between rounds, man. They're disappointed with the way he's performing in there. So let's see if he picks it up and changes some things up. James got good footwork, man. Man. I ain't gonna lie, if Deontay Wilder had some footwork like this, it'll be crucial. If he can box and move around like James, that man, he'll be crucial in the heavyweight division, for real. This guy misses, resets before you even know it, and then he's sending another punch down range. Look at that 1-2 combination. Dude has long arms, but he fight like they short. Like they what, 58, 60? Shit, like his shit short as shit. He keep them compact and straight on the target when he send them. That defense. They have James comfortably ahead when punches landed. They have 132 to 78 of DULORME. Thomas DULORME needs to make this a dirty fight. He's trying, man. He's trying to get on the inside, but like I said before, James, man, the way he shortened up those punches, man, and take the slack out of him and turn the corner with his hooks on the inside, man, it's good to watch, man. It's solid boxing. Dude can legitimately box to be so damn tall. I know Robert Easter, he don't box like that on the inside. Albert Bell don't box like that on the inside. I don't know why he's turning. You know, he's kind of trying to do the shoulder roll a little bit, but that's a little bit too much. You damn near showing him the backside of your shoulder blade. Look how he stepped through that left hand of the DULORME. Good foot movement, man. Nice solid step in right hand by James. Fight ain't over till it's over, y'all. That's all we can say. The fight isn't over till it's over. DULORME is, I know he's not taking this round off, but I haven't seen him land anything significant. Okay, he's digging to the body. I like that. I like that. Doubling up on the hooks to the body. And you can tell the grimace on his face. He's trying to send him. When he's on the inside touching him, he's trying to make it count. James might be breaking down, like H said. He said he might not be able to go the full 12 rounds. Let's see. See if it's his second win or see if he's breaking down, man. We'll see. Wilder should hire Jonathan Banks, John David Jackson as his trainer. I mean, yeah, I heard you say that like several lives back, but there's a conflict of interest to hire Jonathan Banks, because who was hired by Jonathan Banks before? That's Jonathan Banks would be a conflict of interest for Deontay Wilder to hire. Who just hired him as a trainer? I could have sworn Jonathan Banks was hired by Anthony Joshua, right? And for Triple G, two different styles of fighters, I definitely wouldn't hire Jonathan Banks. But and the reason why I'm saying that, H, is the way he looked against Sergey Deryanchenko. I mean, was Jonathan Banks there then? Dude didn't look like, you know, come on. We know he lost that fight. He had Jonathan Banks then. I know he didn't. I know he's done with Abel Sanchez once he signed his contract, but hey. We in the 9th round out of the scheduled 12-round affair. DULORME is having success early in this round. He is pressing. He's marching forward, man, staying close to the taller fighter. That's the first time I really seen James look a little bit discombobulated, like he's unbalanced a little bit. So let's see how he regathers himself. And, you know, and then on the other side, see if DULORME is breaking him down. DULORME is pretty wide. See that wide looping left cross? He need to tighten that up and just stick to what works. He's tried it 5 times and it didn't work. So go back to digging to the body with that left hook. You're standing straight up trying to loop that thing around, and by the time you try to land it, James is already pivot to his left. He's gone. Nice right hand to the body for James. There you go. Keep punching DULORME. He was tying your arm up. Keep on punching him in the face. 1-1-2 by James. Oh, nice 2-punch combination. I like the counter by DULORME. He came up top. He need more of that. He need more of that. Let's go. Step in right hand again by James lands. Easy work for him. He doesn't even line it up with a jab. He just steps in with it. That's how confident he is with landing it on DULORME. See, he did it again. Touch jab with the 2. He's not even sending the jab down there with any purpose. He's just flicking it out there as a distractor and damn sending the 2 behind it. It's almost like a blind 2. You stick the jab up in their face and then send the right down range. Oh, nice step in left hook by James. Let's go to, oh, clipped him with the left. Then it's come right down the middle through the guard. That's what I'm saying, man. This guy James can box. He clipped him with the left hook and then popped him down the middle of his guard, man. Split his guard with the straight left. Beautiful work, man. Sweet science. Dress it up. I like that. 10th round coming up. James is comfortably ahead. Unless Thomas DULORME is able to gain a huge type of momentum to disrupt the rhythm to the point of possibly hurting Jamal James and getting a knockdown in both of these both of these rounds. I want to say he need a stoppage. Thomas DULORME need a stoppage. You know what I'm saying? His corner is in his ear. They disappointed with DULORME. They cussing his ass out over there. They say anything you got to be worried about, you don't win this fight, Corona is going to be the last thing. You have to worry about these knuckles. They talking to DULORME like shit. He might have to walk home. Look how he's shorting that right hook up. Duck underneath the left. Come on now, that's boxing, y'all. 10th round on deck. Two rounds remaining. This is for the interim WBA World Welterweight title. You know who's the champion? Manny Pac. King Mitch, what's good? Salute, man. Yeah, it may not be his fault, but he's the one that was hired on to train him. And if you leave one trainer like Abel Sanchez and go to Jonathan Banks, of course we're looking for the product. We're looking for, what was taught and everything. What did you change up on Triple G? For him to shine on the backside of his career. That's all I'm saying. Of course, every trainer doesn't fit in perfectly to the fighter. Nice combination by DULORME. Got the attention of James. I do feel that James is breaking down a little bit, It's been an incredible pace. But I like how he's staying the course when he lands his combination, how he is slipping the counter punches, being immediately processed and sent back by DULORME. I like that. DULORME is sending immediate reactions to James, who is slipping them. So you can't give him punches just because he countered and it was all air. You know what I'm saying? James is actually slipping underneath DULORME's hooks on the counter, and that's a lot of energy. James' mouth is open. This is bad news, Both of them mouth is open, but James' mouth is open. Get your jaw broken like that. Oh, nice right hand by DULORME. DULORME, just get on the inside, man. You at a point right now, just make this shit dirty. You don't have any other choice. You behind in the fight, make this shit extremely dirty. What's going on, Mitch? He said Triple G wanted to give Abel Sanchez a flat rate after being with him during his rise. Not mad at Banks for collecting the bag. Yeah, man. I think what you said, about a flat rate, because like I tell people, okay, damn, DULORME pressed with all those punches. He sent all those punches, and none of them landed. None of them landed. But anyway, back to what you said, Mitch, was that the flat rate after being with him through the rise, it might have been on the decline. Man, straight right, surgical. Triple G might have felt he needs somebody fresh and new on the scene for him to, step into the potential trilogy with Canelo Alvarez later on. He really didn't want to go over there. I know Triple G felt some type of way about the way he got worked in the rematch that he had with Canelo Alvarez. I know he felt some type of way. So I don't think it was strictly for a flat fee. I think he just wanted to move on from trainers in general. And he probably knew that Abel Sanchez wasn't going to accept that flat fee. He knew that. He'd been around Sanchez for a minute. And like I tell people, man, Sanchez was probably getting at least 30. Man, Sanchez was getting a easy minimal 30%. I couldn't see that man getting any less than 30, man. It would be hard for me to know Abel Sanchez is getting, less than 30%. Okay, we're in the championship rounds, everyone. 11th. Jamal comes out. Active stick. The fighters tie up. DULORME keeps his free hand firing off. I like what I'm saying. That's it. That's what you do, DULORME. You keep it fully auto on the inside. If he's wrapping you up, look at that movement by James, man. Look at that movement by James. Dude has incredible balance. The way he shifts angles, man. Incredible balance, man. Woo, in and out. Ghost. Ghost. Somebody's been teaching this dude well in the gym. Look how he just slipped that left uppercut. And it has some fire to it. Oh, he did a little shuffle right there, to let DULORME know, hey, I still got legs in the 11th round. No problem. I got legs. And another thing to note, people, James is not fighting short. James has used what I like about what he's done. He's been boxing tall the entire time. Look at that. Look how he's slipping those punches, man. That was 2. That was a left and right. He slipped both of them. No damage. Fantastic defense tonight. Very entertaining. Let me see who's up. Okay, nobody's up just yet. Okay, DULORME, we know your strength is the left hand, but you're using it too much. Like, you're sending it without setting it up or concealing it with anything. You just throwing a wide looping left hand, and he's reading it pretty good. He's already collected that data in the early rounds, man. You got to switch it up. You can't just step in and throw that left hand to the body. Oh, my God, 4 punches. 4 punches hit the target easy. He checked in easy. What the referee going to say, a headbutt? It's not a cut. Shit, if anything, it was on the end of those punches, man. There you go again. DULORME, he's sending around three left and buttoning it up with a right hand, but that's not enough, man, to win that round. The championship round is coming up, final round. He needs a knockout. Thomas DULORME needs a knockout. He's about to suffer his 4th loss. He needs a knockout. He said, y'all saw that spinning back fist in the first UFC undercard. I've been switching back and forth, but by the time this fight is almost over, who's on deck right now? We have, who we got? Oh, we got Weidman. Damn, Weidman, that shit went quick. Weidman has dominant back control right now. His jiu-jitsu, he's under Matt Serra. Matt Serra is well respected black belt jiu-jitsu professor. So right now, they're just scrambling on the ground, and Chris Weidman is in partial back control. Nice transition up. He put the second hook in. He's going to flatten him out. So he decides to give up the back control, transition over the full mount. He's working for an arm in triangle. An arm triangle. So we're just going to see if he's going to try to do it from the mount position, or he should hop off to his opponent's left side. He gives it up. But anyway, back to the fight, man. I gotta maintain freaking etiquette. Okay. James looked like he was getting tired early, but both fighters look like they have fresh legs for the 12th round. And that's bad for DULORME. That's really bad for DULORME. Because I believe James have caught his second and third win, and he looks good right now. He's moving around. He's standing on the outside. He's kind of playing it safe, not really taking too much of a risk, but he's not making it obvious. You know what I'm saying? His mouth is wide open. He's still using good, solid defense, man. Anything that DULORME is sending to him, he's closing the door on it. Look at that defense right there. The little small shit I look for. That shit is nice. He's been working in the gym. Somebody that tall to be slipping the punches the way he do with that type of quickness. Dude is versatile, man. He's slick. I mean, it's not like it's not for the act of violence. DULORME has been trying to cause havoc. But, you know, as the rounds went on, he kind of slowed just a tad bit, and he didn't switch it up enough. And DULORME looks fresh too, but he needs to be in the phone booth with this guy, trying to give him a busy signal. Period. Hang the phone up on this dude. That's the only way you're going to win this fight, man. Good defense by James, man. 35 seconds remaining in the fight. Chris Weidman still working for a submission, man. That he's working for that arm triangle. He's trying. 50 seconds remaining. Ten seconds approaching. It looks like James is going to win this fight easily. UD, very superb performance, and he was still landing shots to close out the bell. Good fight, man. Good fight. Definitely he earned a fan. You know what I'm saying? Jamal James can bang. Jamal James got that fire. Not only can he box for his height, but he's pretty slick defensively. And he showed his boxing IQ in there. I appreciate shit like that. So he improves to 27-1. Salute to the win, man. So Chris Weidman goes the distance, I believe, from what I'm looking at. I believe he won the fight. He was in top position, so he won the fight. But let me see what's on the live chat, man. Drop your comments. You know, how did you all assess the fight? What did you see? Are you a new fan of Jamal James? Did you like what you see from the fight? I did, man. Very talented fighter. If I had to look at Albert Bell or Jamal James, I'd definitely look at Jamal James. You know, as far as in a boxing match, I want to see Jamal James fight. It's just something about Albert Bell keeping his hands down by his waist and believing he can slip every punch by turning the corner without having any type of hand up there to stop a counter shot that might clip him on the chin. I don't know. He need to work on that. He uses his height very well. Y'all saw that spinning back fist. DULORME done. Yeah, DULORME, he dropped another one, unfortunately. He absolutely did. He dropped another one. This fight is over. The Fox card has concluded. We're just waiting on the decision. I will then transition over to the UFC fight night. I definitely want to see heavy hitting Derrick the Beast Lewis, stepping there with OLEINIK. And from what I know, Chris Weidman just won his fight. He went the distance. Chris Weidman at one point in time was on top of the world. Chris Weidman is one of the only fighters to defeat Anderson Silva twice, legitimate. He snapped his leg in the second fight, and then he knocked his ass out in the first fight. Those are legitimate wins, man. Legitimate wins. I mean, he was on top of the world. But, Yoel Romero with his explosiveness, man. We still remember the flying knee heard around the world. It came out of nowhere and cracked Chris Weidman, and he ended up getting a knockout, man. It's good to see him back in the winning circle. Shout out to Matt Serra and the boys. Respect the team, man, especially when it comes to the ground game, the muddy flats. That's a good question. What's next for James? That is a good question. He becomes the interim WBA welterweight champion. So I know he better not be in there with nobody. Who I would like to see him in there with is Virgil Ortiz. Put him in there with Virgil Ortiz so Ortiz can get that work and fight a legitimate contender. And I think James is a legitimate contender for Virgil Ortiz. Legitimate. That'll be a good test. I think, to be honest with you, I think James is too much for Ortiz coming off that last performance. I think his range will be an absolute nightmare for Virgil Ortiz. So he will have to prove us otherwise. You know what I'm saying? He will have to give us that attention and say, you know what? Don't underestimate. He'll have to go in there and give James the business and prove he's ready for the top tier opposition in the welterweight division. Jamal James, absolutely. Right decision. Right decision. Right decision. I don't know what those judges was thinking. They was kind of giving Thomas DULORME some rounds, hoping he would turn it on in the back half of the fight. That's boxing, man. These judges are inconsistent, for real. These judges will mess everything up. Okay, the progressive chick up here driving a 2020 vet. What he on? He on a V-twin? I don't even think he can ride that bike, to be honest. I think he probably just pulled that shit up. But, they got on the suits and everything. I don't think she can drive that vet and he can't ride the bike. It's all good for TV. I was pissed when Silva was hot dogging Weidman, and then his leg snapped like uncooked spaghetti. Yeah, put that humor to it. I feel you, man. I feel you. He was Yeah, Ortiz, you the gold champion. Now he's the interim champion. Y'all need to make that fight. I would be highly surprised if they decide to fight James next for that interim title. I'll be highly surprised they want that type of fighter stepping in there with somebody like James. Yeah, that's a huge problem. That's a lot of concern for Ortiz's experience. That's a lot of concern. But I hope they do it because, they hyping up Ortiz, and he needs to go in there and get that competitive opponent to his resume. Until that point, Silva was looking like Jordan of the fight game. Came out versus Weidman looking like LeBron versus the Mavs. Man, sometime, what I can say about Anderson Silva, as when he showboated. And sometimes what he was able to do was simply amazing. Anderson Silva, his fluidity, the way he was able to move around the cage and stand in the pocket and slip his fighters' punches like it was the Matrix. It was freaking amazing to watch, man. It was absolutely amazing to watch. To have that much skill and confidence to treat elite fighters as if they're freaking novice or just basic average mixed martial artists. But this is going to be a good fight. Derrick Lewis and OLEINIK that's coming up. It's going to be a damn good fight. Looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to see what Derrick Lewis is going to do with the guy who's a high-level submission artist, because Lewis has been taken down by fighters in the past. So I'm saying to myself, like, will he be able to handle the top pressure? Because the bad thing about Lewis, he puts away rounds. He gives rounds to his opposition, and he depends on coming back and knocking them out in the later rounds. So I'm curious to know, will he even, get that opportunity, that window to do that against somebody like OLEINIK, who is a submission beast. He's one of the guys that submit his opponents off his back. He's known to submit opponents off his back with ease. So we'll see what's popping, man. Mitch said, I think Ortiz knocked James out. Hell no. Not the way we were seeing him going in his last fight, bro. Like, were we watching the same fight? Come on, we watching the same fight, right? I don't think 16-0, 16 knockouts were registered. They stepped in there. I think it'd be 16-1 if Virgil Ortiz stepped in there with James. He went 7 rounds with Samuel Vargas, who was 31-5-2. You got Jamal James 27-1. I mean, I just look at it like a very solid matchup for that. Whatever happens, happens. But if he fights, I think Virgil Ortiz will have a little bit problem with the range, the speed, the defense. We'll see, man. That's 16-0, 16 knockouts will be 16-1. I'm just saying, Shawty. I'm just saying. Mitch already said that, H Money. Mitch already said that. He said, I think Ortiz will knock James out. And you said Ortiz will knock Jamal James out. He said Lewis wins by knockout. I really can't say, man. I really don't say. I really can't say. This is going to be a 5-round fight. So, if you want to know a little bit about OLEINIK, dude is resilient. And this is why I'm saying I'm not sure if Derrick can knock him out. He's 59, 13-1, people. 59, 13 losses and 1. He's been around for quite some time. He's very experienced. To Derrick Lewis, 23-7. Both of the guys is coming off a UD decision win. Good enough. But make no mistake about it. And dude is tough. He's very experienced. Let's go, Derrick. Let's go. You know, another note for Derrick Lewis, man, doing Katrina, doing the floods over there. You know, he was driving his truck around, helping people get out of bad situations, man. You know, I think he was delivering some food. You know, he was just driving around trying to rescue some people in his truck. And I got respect for Derrick Lewis. You know, his classic line, you know, he said his balls was hot. They asked him why he took off his shot. He said his balls was hot. And then when he finished defeating Travis Brown, Ronda Rousey's now husband, he was like, it felt good because I didn't appreciate any man who putting his hands on a woman. He said, Ronda, you know, you got my number. Call me. He just disrespected Travis Brown. Beat up Travis Brown and then disrespected his girl. Let's go. The beast is on deck. He said in the best shape of his life for this fight. I believe him. I believe him. You can tell how he's lost weight. He looked a lot more trim. All I want to see really is how he handles the first clinch. How he handles the first clinch. Will the fight even be able to go past the first round? You know, can he knock out Alexey early? Or will Alexey try to go in for the takedown on Lewis because he's been vulnerable in the past of being taken down? We'll see. We will see. I think Lewis fought Ngannou before, and they went to a decision. And you know what, H? It was one of the most boringest fights that you will ever watch in the heavyweight division. Seriously. That shit was that's when I became very distant from being a fan with Francis Ngannou. Because Francis showed that he was scared to go in there and prove that he was the heavier puncher with Derrick Lewis. He was afraid to get on the inside because they was talking about Francis is the next Mike Tyson. He hit harder than Mike Tyson. He got in there with a Derrick Lewis who's much slower. You know what I'm saying? Much slower than Francis Ngannou. And they made it almost similar to Israel Adesanya and Yoel Romero. I put it top 5 worst fights ever in the UFC. Especially for Francis Ngannou, because they was hyping him up to be the next big thing in the heavyweight division. Let's go. Let's get it. 59 victories. I be damned. OLEINIK. Yeah, let's go. Let's talk to him, Derrick. Talk to him. With them hands, of course. Let them be your messenger. You don't have to talk to him verbally. We doing nonverbal cues tonight. All data will be sent with left and right 4-ounce gloves. With the heart of a beast behind that. Let's go. I know you've been working. Let's go. Get this early knockout. Don't even let it go down to the ground, Derrick. Okay. Let's see if Derrick is any quicker. Don't come out with this wild ass kicks that you want to do. Just keep the shit standing and try to land that damn power shot, man. Test his chin out. See if he have that Anthony Joshua-itis. Oh, he comes out with a high kick. No, that's what I'm talking about. Derrick Lewis already in the clinch. I didn't think he would go to the clinch so early with OLEINIK. This is a 5-round fight, so I'm not sure. So OLEINIK grabs he regains the over-under. So, you know, believe it or not, this right here, it wears down a little bit. You know, it kind of, he's not trying to change levels, but man, he was able to throw OLEINIK down like that. What in the heck am I looking at? Dang, OLEINIK, he might have wanted to go down, you know, to his back. This is where he submit guys. So I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do it to Derrick unless Derrick slips up and allow himself to be placed. OLEINIK is trying to get the sweep with Lewis. Lewis needs to stay heavy. You see how he's slipping out the back? So Lewis turns into him, which he should. He's in half guard. Heavy top pressure. But one thing Lewis should not be doing is just laying up there chest to chest with OLEINIK, because that's one of his submissions that he uses on his opponents, that's laying on him chest to chest from the top position. He can choke him out from off his back. So if you look, OLEINIK has butterfly guard. He has 50% butterfly. He lets it go. Now Derrick is in half guard. So OLEINIK is trying to sink this choke up. You see what I'm telling you? That's the choke. He's trying to lock in that choke on Derrick, but it may be Derrick may be off centered a little bit, or just too damn big for him to sink it in just yet. Okay, now OLEINIK is taking Derrick Lewis down. Now this is the problem. This is what I didn't want to happen, especially in the first round. He's in side control. This is bad for Derrick because, okay, so he's turning to his head. He's going for that same choke that he was able to finish his other fight. Look how he has Derrick Lewis' left hand wrapped up inside of his, so he's able to basically have an arm in choke and pull up on the backside of Derrick's head. This is one of his patented submissions right here. Derrick needs to turn into him and gets to it, and that's what he does. He turned into him and he reversed it. Now he needs to land some hard shots and make him pay for that shit. Another thing you're seeing from Derrick Lewis, he's showing that he can stay on the ground with a grappler. You know what I'm saying? This what I don't like though. Derrick has been here before. He may feel comfortable, and OLEINIK is going to try for the same choke again, but he's going to make sure he set it up different this time. He's going to make sure he set it up different. He's gonna see how Derrick is keeping his elbow in the crease of the elbow. He's pressing down on that arm so it won't be as tight. Now it's getting pretty tight. He's pushing away OLEINIK head. I think Derrick is okay, you know. His arm is in between. He needs to turn into it again. He needs to turn into him and make it back to his feet. So his head might be slipping out. I know it's tight. Now he's going to try to cross face him. Release some of the pressure. We have 35 seconds remaining. It looks like Derrick is okay. Now he might try to wait for Derrick Lewis' right arm to come out, and he's going to take his left leg and trap Derrick Lewis' right arm. He lets it go because he's burning out his arm. So now he's going to try to, you know, soften him up with some elbows or something like that. But good fight. So he's going for Americana right now. It's only 5 seconds left, so it's no real danger. There's no real danger. Good job. Good stuff. 4 more rounds to go, y'all. T joining the building. Salute, man. Well, it's good. Well, it's good. He said, yeah, my balls was hot, man. You know, Derrick Lewis' Twitter game is savage. His Twitter game is savage. But yeah, Lewis beat Francis. One of the most boringest fight. No, they didn't get the first round knockout, but Derrick Lewis, man, I like the speed he had on those punches. So OLEINIK is on his back in between rounds with his legs elevated. So one or two things, you know, as many fights he had, you know, he may have circulation issues in his legs, might be feeling a little heavy right now. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. So let me see what the tactics are going to be like. Okay. Oh, there you go with the power. There it is with Derrick Lewis with the power. End up dropping him. Man, he's dropping some hard shots on OLEINIK. Woo, the ref about to stop it. Over. Derrick Lewis get the stoppage. Oh, my God, man. He did a flying knee. This is heavyweight. What the hell? Derrick Lewis did a flying knee. Did I just see what I saw when I seen it? Jesus Christ. That's how crazy, man, mixed martial arts is changing, y'all. You got heavyweights like that. Man, come on already, man. You got heavyweights doing flying knees like Derrick Lewis. Look at this. Even though it didn't reach the jawline, it hits the chest. And you know when the beasts get on you, it's like a silverback. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Salute to Derrick Lewis, man, for getting the win. Yeah. Damn. I'm happy for Derrick though, getting another win by knockout, because at one point in time, that's what they was basically, placing all his wins off of knockouts, like he was knocking everybody out, and then he started, he started getting stopped a little bit himself by punches and everything. But yeah, yeah, that mixed martial arts, man, ain't going nowhere, man. Still got to show love to it. If you're in the building, man, hit that thumbs up button. It doesn't take no energy at all. Do me a favor, support the channel, subscribe. That's about it. Jamal James defeats Thomas DULORME. And then now, you know, the main event, mixed martial arts, UFC, Derrick the Beast Lewis defeats OLEINIK, Alec, what's his name? Alexey OLEINIK in a dominating second round finish, flying knee, and finish him up with punches. I can't say it's ground and pound, but yeah. Let's listen to the let me see what his post fight gonna be. It's always classic. The Black Beast, Derrick Lewis. Yeah. No post fight? Oh, they're gonna do the post fight. I thought they was gonna do the post fight in the cage. It's the last fight. I guess they're gonna do it, you know, social distancing and shit. You know, I guess they're gonna do it where the fighter's back there by himself. I don't know why that's the case though. What y'all think of the fight, man? What y'all think of that fight? It was very entertaining while it lasted. Yeah, Ace said Derrick Lewis got too much power. The UFC is lit right now. Yeah, man, gotta check out. You gotta check out the UFC when it's popping. You know what I'm saying? And Sitting Sideways is a classic. Who wins, Derrick Lewis versus Curtis Blade? If Derrick Lewis comes in this shape right here, he could potentially knock Curtis Blade out. But I could tell you, let me. So he has the most knockouts in UFC heavyweight history. He said that British bulldog. He was talking about that bulldog choke he was trying to put on him, and that was almost somewhat the similar choke that Ben Askren had on Robbie Lawler too. But to get back to Curtis Blade, the one dilemma or one weakness that I see with Derrick Lewis when it comes to a wrestler like Blades is the fact that he would shoot in on Derrick Lewis and probably have much more success when he's on top position than Alexey OLEINIK did today, because you know Curtis Blades still young, line in the game. He know how to work top position a bit better. Um, I would want that fight to be 5 rounds, if anything, because Curtis Blade, to me, you know, he's definitely going to try to change levels and go in for the takedown early and try to put away 2 rounds and then win the fight. And that's what I don't really like about, you know, how he fight. Like, he lost to Francis Ngannou twice already. You know what I'm saying? So, do we want to see Derrick Lewis and Francis Ngannou again? I want to. I want to see, can they improve better than what they did the first time, because that fight was garbage. It was trash, man. But I think they're gonna take their time with moving Derrick Lewis up the ladder. You know what I'm saying? I think they're gonna take their time, man. MMA is popping, Bellator and UFC. I'm not sure if y'all checked out Valerie Lareda. She's a Cuban fighter. She's a black belt in martial arts, but she was able to get the knockout yesterday, man. She is super sexy, man. She was dancing after the fight. I think outside of Valentina Shevchenko, she has one of the most sexiest dance out there. I still think Valentina has her just by edge, but she When she cleans up, she's bad. Check her out, Valerie Loretta. She's down there in Florida. She's one of the baddest chicks in the game. I mean, I'm not trying to, just speak about her looks and everything outside of her fighting ability, but she is bad. And, they put the music on. She started dancing to it. Shit, I was about to grab my goddamn car keys and see, can I catch her at the club or something? Shit. For real. What smells worse, the Matt or Herb Dean's dreads? I don't really get that close to Herb Dean, but I have talked to him a couple of times, and, I was social distancing. I kept my social distancing for real. I got Curtis Blades beating Derrick Lewis. It's hardly possible, man, because, like I said before, Curtis Blade is a wrestler, and he liked using his wrestling ability to go for the single double and get on, stay in top position. You know what I'm saying? But Derrick Lewis isn't the most easiest person to take down. Like, if Curtis Blade catch one of those right hands coming on the inside, it's going to be night-night. It's going to be night-night. I got to go take a shit now. D. Lewis is a wild boy. Yeah, for real. He's a wild boy, man, for real. And, I don't know if y'all checked out that video, but it's a guy that challenged Derrick Lewis. He said he wasn't that good of a fighter, and he can go in there in his gym and beat him up in a boxing match. And Derrick Lewis accepted, and Derrick just slaughtered that man like a silverback on a goddamn an intruding goddamn ape. Shit. Derrick Lewis beat the goddamn soul out that guy. For real. And they put it on video. That's how savage it was. Yeah, Curtis Blade is 27, but he just needs to know how to go in there and tackle a fight. Look, the age of these fighters in mixed martial arts is not like boxing. Like, you have to know all around skills. And especially in the division that Curtis Blade is in, he's going to have to be more unpredictable. He's going to have to work on his boxing, work on his boxing, work on his boxing. You just can't rely on getting takedowns when you run into somebody who has solid takedown defense. You're going to have to work on that shit. People are not calling to see Curtis Blade fight. I'm telling you, Curtis Blade, he's not a bad fighter, but he lost twice to Francis Ngannou. Has he improved enough to step back in there for a third time with Francis? We don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. Correct. Daniel Cormier was supposed to take Derrick Lewis down easily. He was supposed to. That's Greco-Roman master right there. He's one of the only fighters with that level of wrestling pedigree. And he can box his ass off. And he was undefeated coming off the Strikeforce tournament into the UFC. He was undefeated in the light heavyweight division all the way up until he met John Jones. He was undefeated. And you know what? He was undefeated in the heavyweight division for a minute. Until Stipe Miocic stopped him in the 4th round. Daniel Cormier is one of the GOATs of mixed martial arts, hands down. Daniel Cormier. If I can have an interview with anybody in the UFC right now at this moment, it will be Daniel Cormier, because I know he's going to keep it light. He's going to keep it fun about his career. He's going to keep it 100 authentic. And he's going to give you he's going to give you the dang content that you're looking for as far as dialogue. I can't say that for too many fighters. I definitely won't get that from John Jones. But for Daniel Cormier, this is supposed to be his last fight with Stipe Miocic. A trifecta for all the undisputed, for the bragging rights, the glory, and everything else. So I'm looking forward to that fight, man. I'm looking forward to it. But you made a good point. Good point. Yeah, he took Derrick Lewis down easily. He defeated him. I mean, we knew that shit was gonna happen when the fight was made. I say Derrick Lewis ain't ready for no DC. Francis is Deontay Wilder of the UFC. Um, I I really can't say he's the Deontay Wilder of the UFC. But then again, you know, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. The reason why I say that because Francis Ngannou, you know, he lost to Derrick Lewis, who really is nothing but a power puncher. He lost to Stipe Miocic, coming out there swinging for the fences. I don't see the resemblance. I can't say that. Deontay Wilder is a much better boxer than Francis Ngannou is a mixed martial artist. That's fact. Deontay Wilder was a champion. We already know that. Francis Ngannou failed. He failed bad. Just because he went over there and looked like he got a highlight reel knockout of Alistair Overeem. Still, the people who followed the sport knew damn well Alistair Overeem had been slept so many times in his career. You know what I'm saying? Alistair go to sleep with Ambien on his brain, and he wake up the same way. I mean, he's just been stopped so many times. I'm just saying. Mitch talking about basketball. I know y'all happy to see basketball back on the screen, man. I know that shit for a fact. Mitch, Luka is the best player in the NBA, and he's only 21 years old. A lot of people been talking about him a lot, man. Like, I know he was taking some jumpers the other day. Like, no, the one they was showing him, he was taking some jumpers, and then they came up short because he wasn't able to hit the three. For sure, man. I'm going to close it down, man. Appreciate everybody for stopping through. If you haven't did it already, man, subscribe to the channel and share the content. And definitely in need of the subscribers. And also be sure to cross over, man, for whenever he does his next live. Check out H Money, Mr. The Zone, for his next live stream. And you know what it is, man. A lot of his people over here on the live stream, I appreciate it. We just trying to talk about conducive, informative boxing shit. I don't mind the smoke periodically, but no trolling and all that other nonsense, man. I wanna learn something from y'all in the live chat. That's what I want to do. I ain't trying to argue. I got kids to argue with. You know what I'm saying? I can say, sit your ass down. I don't have to worry about, you know what I'm saying? You're doing too much. Go out there and get a job. But anyway, those of you that freaking stop through as always, man. Mitch, JC, H Money, Chain TC, who was in here earlier. Appreciate y'all. T Joyner. Appreciate y'all stopping through. But I think that's it for me tonight. Derrick Lewis just giving his post-fight. Let me see what Derrick Lewis got to say during his post-fight interview. Hey, but y'all hold it down till next time, man. Salute. Be sure to turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports. I'm out.